So I recently read a post about a provider who was making this family come in every 4 weeks, even though the family was stabilized on their medications and didn't need any kind of medication changes. He was just making them come in for these appointments and then making them pay the full copay and then charging the insurance company. If this is happening to you, you need to check with that provider and ask them, hey, why am I coming in every 3 to 4 weeks if we're not making any medication changes? If we're not making any changes, can we prolong some of those appointments? Because even with controlled substances like stimulants, you can be seen every 90 days and have those longer breaks in between appointments. And that can really add up to a lot of cost savings. So let me explain it to you like this. We teach something called budget conscious treatment planning. And if a patient's appointment costs them $30 an appointment, and we see them every 90 days and they're stabilized on their medication, that's only going to be 4 visits a year at $120 a year. Now, if we see them every 2 months to kind of leave a little bit of a gap or a window, so that way in case they miss that 2 month appointment, we can still send them in some medications, that's still okay because that's only 6 appointments for $180 a year. If a provider is trying to stack their appointments where they can bill more and make more money by seeing somebody every 4 weeks, that starts to add up to 12 visits a year and $360 a year for that patient. Now, that doesn't even take into account the amount of time that the patient has to miss from work. So now they're going to pay this $30. They're going to miss at least 2 hours of work. So say they're making $15 an hour. That's another $30 that they're losing out on. And this happens every single month. And it starts to compound to the point where they just can't afford to continue getting treatment. And this happens all the time. So if you're stable with your medications and your provider is still requesting you to come in every 3 to 4 weeks, address that with them. Ask them, why are we seeing you every 3 to 4 weeks instead of every 3 months? Because this is starting to add up and I'm not able to afford this. Can we space it out a little bit more? Sometimes they're just not even paying attention to what they're doing. Sometimes it's a policy deal. Sometimes they're trying to make some extra money. I don't know what the deal would be on why they would be seeing someone that's completely stable every 3 to 4 weeks, but it really needs to be addressed with that provider to understand what their thought process is and if we can go ahead and space out those appointments to be able to save some money throughout the year. If you like the idea of budget conscious treatment planning and trying to save the patient as much money as possible, make sure you'll check out the link down below and don't forget to like and follow for future videos.